y'all thought I was finished when I got the... Can you smell what the flock is cooking? We back, baby. Training camp is here. So pumped as usual. Like, what else can we do to you? They just keep hitting you in the head with non-stop dopeness. The Eagles, baby. We're back like we never left, because you know it's football season 24/7, 365 around these parts in the Eagle universe. But let's keep the maniac thing. Please like and subscribe if you about that fly Eagles fly, and drop a comment in that box if you flying with the flock. Let's go. Today, so the 12 days of Dismas is over. That's behind us, and now there's more countdowns to come. We got 2 weeks, 2 days left until our first preseason game against the Jets. Then 43 days until kickoff, and then 46 days until kickoff for us. Yeah, so there's a lot going on, a lot going around, but in the meantime, between time, we have to figure out what's going on with this roster. We got to break it down, I believe, from 89 to 53, and yeah, and they're just, I mean, the wheels are spinning already. We've already had, like, just one day. I haven't seen you guys in only one day, and so much has gone down. We've had our internal coaching carousel. Things are getting moved around. Things are shaking and moving. We're turning corners, and then we're picking up players. We're dropping off players. Like, I mean, because this is what happens around this time of season. Like, it gets hot and heavy. This is my first time experiencing it like this with you guys, with my flock. So we're gonna take this all up. We're gonna build this all up. Take all these ingredients, throw them in our flock pots, and share with one another. See what's going down. See what we think is going down. How it's gonna go down. So that right there, just a little bit of what's to come. So I just found out it's pronounced Noah Elise. Get out of here. So this is a guy that I really thought was going to make the final roster, at the very least make the practice squad, and he's out of here. Injury, which I hear apparently was the case with him in college, which is why he became an undrafted free agent, because of the amount of injuries, you know. So there's that. Just other things that I'm loving going on so far in training camp. Nick Sirianni, the sincerest coach in the NFL, because when he talks, I just believe it's sincere. He's just coming off. It just feels genuine. You know what I mean? He comes out. He's rocking the Jalen Hurts t-shirt. Like, I don't know who loves their quarterback more, whether it's Rex Ryan with the tattoo or Nick Sirianni with these t-shirts. Like, he's giving him a pound coming into training camp yesterday, and he's like, yo, just me and Jalen. I love this guy so much. Only me, Jalen, and my son know this handshake. No. And then, you know, Jalen went over there and shook hands with AJ. We're like, yeah. But it's cool. Super dope to see. But in even crazier news, big shout out to the homie LB. Because you saw your boy, A.J. Brown, come through with the Hurts season hats. It's all over the place. It's on NFL Network. It's on the streaming Eagles, all kinds of... It's crazy. Big up to the man over there, man. Doing big things over there, bro. Let's give it up for LB. One of the community, one of the content creators of this Eagles thing we got going here, man. Such a beautiful thing to see. And also just beautiful to see the support that everybody is giving Jalen Hurts, the way the whole locker room is coming together, the way the organization is coming together, the way the community, the fan base, just for this man. I mean, this is Jalen Hurts' team. I mean, I can only break it down. I just keep breaking it down every time I get on here, because I just can't stop. You got him, his best friend, A.J. Brown. You got Devontae Smith coming from Alabama, who he roomed with for a second when he came up for his college visit down in Alabama, when Devontae Smith was going on his visit. Then you had Kennedy Brooks is there, Calcaterra's over here. The list goes on. We got quarterbacks coaches that have known him since he was a kid. Man, this is Jalen Hurts' team. Now, it's just up to him to come through in this training camp and bring all of this to fruition. Keep watering those plants, keep watering those roots, and we're going to see what's coming up for the landlord, coming through jingling those keys, because rent is due every damn day. And it seems to be that's pretty much the theme for this camp. Rent due every day, keep getting better every day, and they're putting a big emphasis on climbing. Yeah, climbing. You know what I mean? We're Eagles, but we're climbing. I'm with it. Day by day, you gotta crawl before you fly, something like that, right? Yeah. So you got that going, and then and one of the camp battles that I keep telling you guys that I'm looking forward to is Britton versus Covey. Britton Covey versus Devin Allen. seeing how that's going down. And it seems to me that Devin Allen has won the first round, being that Nick Sirianni brought his name up during his presser today. So I'm down 1-0, 1-0. We'll see how it goes. But I'm nothing really pertinent coming out yet because, we're only 2 days into this training camp thing. Just off of my takeaways from what I see, seeing Smitty looks focused. Because out of that, the guys that were available today, that they made available, were Devontae Smith, Brandon Graham, A.J. Brown, Jalen Hurts. If I'm forgetting anybody, let me know down in the comments. And of course, how busting the stupid dope moves with Nick Sirianni over there. So they're doing big things. Things are coming along. So from what my takeaways, Smitty just looks super focused. He sounds like he's ingrained in this, but this is the man's demeanor. It seems like whenever it comes down to game time, or just practice really. In the game, he seems a bit more loose, but he seems focused up from what I could take from it. AJ comes across as a true leader. Just very cool and calculated in his responses. It seems to me that we have a bunch of guys who are very cerebral, able to get their thoughts across cogently, and it's just amazing thing to see. Just these guys coming together, and they just seem to be focused. And he's humbled in his abilities, and seems to learn a lot from Elijah Moore, is what he said in his little presser, which is crazy. Whatever, just burnt him, but whatever. I guess they're close friends, both coming from Ole Miss. He's got that going. BG says he feels like he's 100%, and he's just loving the communication that they have over there on defense, what they're building right now. And he says he believes it can only serve them well coming into camp and bringing that into the season, which I can't wait. Jalen just leading and putting an emphasis on that climbing. That was pretty much my takeaway from what these guys had to say so far. I haven't seen much video on any plays, anything going on like that. But, man, I'm just pumped. Training camp is here, which means games only right around the corner, which means real games only right around the corner from that, which means Eagles. I can't wait, basically, is the point. We've got that going on, and the coaching staff's getting moved around. And the big thing, like I said, I believe is Washburn being moved to defensive ends and linebackers coach, because that just means to me that I believe that they probably put more emphasis on that wide nine approach. I feel like it never left us when his father was here. Every coach since then, every defensive coordinator since then has had a variant of it, and I believe it's all over the NFL. So there's probably way more to it than that, but we're going to see coming up. And the coaches and Nick Sirianni and Howie, they were speaking on how they're putting an emphasis on, the soft tissue injuries, being that 3 days. They see that after the third, you have 2 days of camp, and usually on the third day is when you'll see the soft tissue injuries pop up, this, that, and the third. So, we can't prevent everything, but what you can try, you try, And that's going to bring us into another segment of Inside the Mind of the Maniac. And in this segment, I like to touch on basically what people are saying about us and our practices. A lot of people think that we need to practice more. You got to hit harder. And you mostly hear this from the vets, old school players, they're like, well, we had to do it, so you got to do it. I don't really know if this is the case, if that's what they're thinking. Some of them, I heard Seth Joyner say something along the lines of, you want your bones, the wounds to calcify, to build a callus for the season. And that sounds super crazy and archaic and cool at the same time. But there's more than one way to skin a cat, I believe. And perhaps, we're just taking a different look on these things. You got to understand that these players now are being paid at a premium, and you want to protect your investment. Like, who's going to say, the more I bang up my Ferrari, the stronger it'll be against them trees, I've never heard that, you know what I mean? But just another way to look at it, because, and then furthermore, we saw the results from last year, from the year previous, just that right there tells me that, this thing is going in the right direction. It's only 1 year of the experiment, you know what I mean? But then other teams have been doing it, namely the Rams have shorter practices also, and we see how that worked out for them. My point, the way I'm seeing it for us, is with the first season under the regime, under the Nick Sirianni regime, we had less injuries and more wins. Period. That's the bottom line, and that's really all that. I'm big on the W's. You know what I mean? Like, all that other stuff can go out the door, whatever you talking, stats, this, that, and the third. More wins, less injuries. We're good. And that's after 1 year of the experiment. We see how it pans out this year. Hopefully we get off to a good start. Boom, got another soft landing. Well, nope, let's take nothing for granted, man. This is a new season. All kinds of things could go down, but man, I'm just so pumped. Training camp is finally here. We're about to just start getting things coming in nonstop, and you can stop here at the Flock Pot and see what I'm dropping, and let you know how we can break this down together. Let me know what you're thinking. I'll let you know what I'm thinking, how I see it, what my take is on what's going down. You know what I mean? But until the next time, I got questions, NFL. I got questions, NFC East. I got questions for you, YouTube. What you gonna do when Eagle Mania runs wild on you? This thing don't stop. Touchdown! First touchdown of training camp. Jalen Hurts to A.J. Brown. And it begins. Let's go!